Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about something that happened to me a little while ago. There was a double fatality on I-40 tonight, and it's hot in here. Anyway, I participated in helping to save a little boy's life tonight. He was 9. What happened was I was going down the road, got my crew set and just doing what I do, had a podcast on, I'm just listening. See trucks up there start hitting their hazards, which is the universal signal to like, hey guys, just start grabbing gears, back out of it and slow down. We're coming to a stop. Alright, so I did, and as soon as I pulled the brake, because I knew we were going to be there, I didn't know what was blocking my view was I had a reefer in my lane, and then a Prime Incorporated, not Amazon Prime, but a Prime truck in the other lane, and he was kind of parked funky, and you can tell he grabbed a handful of Johnny Bar and stopped that thing. Good thing he did, because he could have got ugly. There was a head-on collision. The wrong way driver going the wrong way on I-40 collided with another car, and that car who he hit caught on fire. And this happened right before I got there, and anyway, as soon as I popped the brake, I see a car on the shoulder, and there was a guy running around. He was pretty hysterical, and he popped his trunk. He's looking for something, and I jump out and kind of see what's going on up there and grab my extinguisher and get to running towards the car. And well, one extinguisher wasn't going to do the trick, because this thing was raging pretty good, and there was a little boy in the passenger seat, and he was wedged up really under that dashboard, and it was terrible. There's a couple drivers were trying to calm the little boy down. The little boy's screaming, heartbreaking to hear. You can see in his face, he didn't know, he was in shock. And I run back around the other side of the car where the fire is. It's on the driver's side, and the firewall, it's, and this car's destroyed. I look over at the driver, and he was on his way out. He mumbled something to me as I'm taking care of this fire, but I wasn't letting that little kid burn up in front of me. I'm just surprised that there wasn't more of us trying to put that out. But anyway, another driver comes up, and he had his fire extinguisher in his hand. I know this isn't funny, but he doesn't know how to use it, and I say, hey man, you can use that thing, and he hands it to me. I'm like, you pull the pin, and I get up to the car, and after we've already dumped probably 7 or 8 of these things on this fire, and it wasn't doing nothing to it, and I get down underneath it, and I point that thing right at it, and I got that flame out. That Prime driver, he brought out a case of water, and I just kept dumping bottle after bottle after bottle just to keep it from reigniting while these guys are trying to tear that dashboard apart, because that car was horrible, and he wasn't getting that door open, and there's some pretty big dudes over there on that side. They're cranking on that dashboard trying to get this kid out. Finally got him out, and that's when I realized the driver, he was gone. He's dead. I didn't even know what had happened. I didn't know if that car that hit him, I didn't know it was a head. I found all this out afterwards, that it was a head-on collision, and that I mean, a wrong way driver on I-40, and it's terrible. I've come across several of these over my career, and thank God I've never been involved in one of those, but I'm recording this for you guys because you know what saved that little boy's life tonight? A fire extinguisher. Plenty of them, but how many of you can honestly say, oh, there's mosquitoes, hang on, I don't want to get these things in my truck. How many of you guys can honestly say, outside of the truckers, of course, because we're federally regulated and we have to have these things in our truck, how many of you have a fire extinguisher in your car? You know, after this tonight, I was thinking, I drove from, this happened just on the other side, east of Winslow, and I'm sorry, not east of Winslow, I'm in Winslow. It happened east of Holbrook, and I'm in Winslow now. I just put some fuel on, and I was thinking on the way here, you know, if I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of you guys that are probably going to see this. If I can just get one person to be like, hey, you know what, maybe he's right, you know, go out and get a fire extinguisher and put it in the car, because if you ever come up on something like that, you might be able to save someone's life just by having that in your car. You know, it's like $60, you guys, you know. Hell, you can probably get someone to give you one. You know, don't get the tiny thing, get a decent sized one. And even a case of water. When that Prime driver brought out his case of water, I mean, I dumped what water I already used it. I only had a couple bottles, but I already made a couple trips back and forth to my truck, and I was pretty close to it, and dumped what I had. But I think when he saw me dumping my water on it, he grabbed his case of water out of his truck, and he dropped it right next to me and ran right around the other side of that car and where that kid was, and helped get him out. And I just kept that fire from reigniting. But you know, there's just something to think about, you guys. It's witnessed a fatality tonight. I hope nobody has to go through this. I mean, I inhaled some smoke. They did check me out. I got to go see a doctor when I get home. I inhaled quite a bit of it, but I asked, hey, am I going to die? He's like, no, and I'm not going to the hospital. That's my truck. I don't work for a company. That's mine. And I'm not leaving it out here. No. The load on, I got to deliver. Anyway, I'll go get checked out. I'm going home for a few days. So anyway, if you guys got anything out of this video, I'm not going to preach to you about your driving and none of this crap, but I do ask you, you know, consider investing in a fire extinguisher. So I just really think everybody should do that. I'm going to put one in my pickup. I'm going to put one in my wife's car. I'm going to encourage my mom. I know she will. I know she'll probably run out and do it. All my friends, and anybody watching this, if this makes it past my friends list on Facebook, whatever, if you guys want to share it, I don't give a shit. Let it be known. Let's put a fire extinguisher in our cars, and maybe we can save some more lives, because I tell you what, if I had to watch a 9-year-old boy burn to death tonight, I would replay that in my head for the rest of my life. Like, what could I have done? Why didn't I have a fire extinguisher? Why, you know, all those answers. But anyway, you get the point. I'm tripping over my words. I'm going to end this here, but be safe out there, you guys. Be real careful. You know, if you see someone coming in, looks like they're coming in the wrong way, get out of the way fast. I mean, you only got a second to figure it out, and I know, anyway, we won't get into that, but you be safe out there, you guys, and buy a fire extinguisher.